that the affidavits we submitted yesterday were uplifted from your Lordship's desk so that the pages could be marked. It would make it easier when reference is made to the affidavits. So I'm just placing that on record. My learned friends have been told that the pages have now been marked.
Courtesy to them is also to give them one that is marked so that
as your Lordship pleases. Indeed, my Lord, yes. The second issue I wanted to raise, my Lord, arises from a direction your Lordship gave a little earlier. It was just before the luncheon adjournment about the source of the documents and the witness's obligation to reveal what the source is. Of course, that ruling was made after a number of documents whose source has not been articulated have been admitted. I suggested to my learned friends, my Lord, that in order to save time, they could ask the witness overnight to just look at the documents that have already gone through and identify the source, and then tomorrow morning a formal notification can be made that Y1 is from here and so on. The approach of my learned friends, and I regret to have to place it on record, is that I must do so in cross-examination. Now, with respect, my Lord, that's a totally unreasonable approach, given the basis on which I've asked for the source of the documents. It'll assist in preparing for cross-examination. So it's going to defeat the whole purpose. My Lord, this is a bail hearing. It's a matter that involves constitutional rights. One would expect that the state would, in such situations, ensure that justice is done. And as I've indicated, justice needs to be done in this case by our being given the source documents. So I'm now obliged, my Lord, to ask for your Lordship to make a direction to that effect.
As it pleases the court, your Lordship, insofar as this case is concerned, the court gave an order at a particular stage in these proceedings after we've dealt with so many documents. And we've been complying with that order from the time it was given. There was no objection that was raised from the beginning when these documents were being submitted to the court, as we dealt with the initial documents. Your Lordship, we want to avoid a repetition of evidence insofar as this case is concerned by going back to the evidence that has already been dealt with before this honorable court. As we indicated Please, the court.
Yeah.
We're indebted to you, my Lord. My Lord, may I take this opportunity of saying also that your Lordship makes a valuable point. It's the clients that fight. It's the lawyers who try to resolve this.
Yeah. Right?
All right, Mr. Kanyangela, you were at page 106 of the bundle. Okay, you've dealt with the first page of that document. Can you take us to page 111, and in particular paragraphs 3 and 4?
Okay, page 111, paragraph 3. Contribution of allocated quota. Nangoma undertakes irrevocably and shall be obliged to make available to Asia the whole quota and any additional quota allocated to Nangoma for any specific year during the quota period. Paragraph 4, usage fee. 4.1. For the initial period, Asia will pay Nangoma a usage fee of 500 Namibian dollars, exclusive of VAT, per ton of horse mackerel caught, and the usage fee shall be paid as follows.
Okay. All right, no, thank you. Your Lordship, there's a request for the catching agreement to be marked as an exhibit. It starts from page 106 to 119.
That's exhibit.
I believe the last exhibit was Y, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Y20. We said this whole file is Y20. It's Y25. So this becomes Y26.
Oh yes, Y26. Okay, and at the next page, page 120, what is there?
Page 120 is a document. It's a letter under the heading of the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources.
And this particular letter, where was it retrieved from?
The letter was obtained from Mr. Johannes Stephenson.
Okay, please proceed.
The letter is dated on the 19th of December 2014, directed to M. Ricardo Gustavo, Director, Nangoma Pesca SA, with the address of Angola. Subject: horse mackerel quota allocation 2015 fishing season. I have a pleasure in informing you that the Minister has allocated horse mackerel quota of 8,000 metric ton to your company for the 2015 fishing season. This quota allocation is subjected to the condition that a progress report on reciprocal activities should be submitted to the Ministry not later than 30th June 2015, This condition is in accordance with the agreement signed by the two parties, Namibia/Angola.
Oh, okay. And was it signed?
The letter was signed by Ms. Ueitele Hivelwa, Permanent Secretary.
Your Lordship, there's a request for the letter to be submitted as Y27.
Exhibit Y27.
And at page 122, what is depicted at that page?
122 is an email from Johannes Stephenson, dated August 2014, to Ingvar Judison. Subject: Poet Reg Kundavala Invest Limited. Attachment is image.
And what is the source of this particular document?
This particular document, it came from Iceland, requested under the mutual assistance.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, Iceland is a country. When you say it came from Iceland,
Republic of Iceland.
no, from whom? It must come. You can't tell me a letter comes from Namibia. Does Namibia have hands to do right and brains to write a letter?
It came, my lord, I can already not now recall the specific person who sent that.
Okay. If you can't recall the person, the authority that sent it from Iceland, do you recall that at least?
It came from the name is not coming,
Of the institution?
but the institution, it's not coming. But it's on the, we are having such information.
Sorry?
We have such information where it came from.
Okay, I will only provisionally allow it in. If you think about it or you lay your hands to how you got it, but if you don't, I will later expunge it.
As it please the court, your lordship. All right. Can you take us through that email?
Okay, the email is from James Atikuripi. At email address gmo6@mac.com to Johannes Stephenson. At email address johannes@asiafishing.com with the subject Reg Kundavala Invest Limited. Certificate of incorporation, and it shows it was sent from an iPad.
And was it forwarded?
Okay, the email was forwarded from Ramesh Muhammad, on the 5th of June 2014 to Ricardo Gustavo and copied to Mr. James Atikuripi. At GMO 6 address at MAC with the same subject, Reg Kundavala Invest Limited.
Okay, and what is at the next page? Page 123.
On the next page is an email. Okay, this document is part of the report submitted by Deloitte and Touch, who were contracted by the Anti-Corruption Commission to do a forensic investigation in this matter. And according to the information in the report, such document was retrieved from the device linked to Mr. Ricardo Gustavo.
Please proceed.
Email was from Ramis Mohammed, dated the 24th of May 2015, to knife.branch@ae.uaeexchange.com. CC to Ricardo@tunganam.com and James at Ikulipu. The subject, company documents, Tundavala Invest Limited. Attachments, Tundavala MOA PDF Incorporation Certificate.pdf. And it reads as follows. Dear Mohammed, as requested, please find attached the Memorandum of Articles of Association of Tundavala Invest Limited. Kindly do the needful. Thanks and regards. Ramis Mohammed, Manager Corporate Advisory Services.
Okay, and the next page.
On the next page, is a Memorandum of Articles of Association of Tundavala Invest Limited. This particular document was also retrieved from the device linked to Mr. Ricardo Gustavo. Okay, it starts with the registration number A045/05/14/8613. Government of Ras Al Khaimah, RAK Investment Authority, International Business Companies Department, RAK Investment Authority, Memorandum of Articles of Association of Tundavala Invest Limited, and there is a stamp which indicates registered and filed on the 27th of May 2014.
Okay.
Sorry, Namlo, we've not been told what the source of these documents is, as has been agreed that my learned friend would raise.
No, I think he did.
Yes.
Of this one?
Yeah, he said,
Oh, is this the one from Iceland?
no, he gave, I think he let him answer himself. Otherwise, I may misquote.
I said it was sourced from the device linked to Mr. Ricardo Gustavo.
Sorry. I apologize.
All right. This document does it end at page 136?
That's correct.
All right. I just want you to take us to page 128, paragraph 9. What is said there? 126.
136.
26.
26.
Yes.
Paragraph
9.
9.
Yes.
The company may retain the services of solicitors, auditors, management consultants established in the United Arab Emirates. B. Hold a bank account with a financial institution based in the United Arab Emirates.
Okay. And at the next page, where is indicated the alteration of memorandum and articles of association, what is depicted there? Page 127.
127.
Paragraph 18.
Paragraph 18. It is under alteration of memorandum of and articles. Subject to the approval of the registrar, the memorandum of articles of association of the company may be amended by a resolution of members. Then we have a table. We have the name, addresses, description, and signature of the subscriber. In column 1 of the table, there is a name and address of the subscriber, which is depicted as James Nependa Hatuikuripi. Address 7 Kandondu Street, Banaheda. PO Box 1063, Window, Namibia. Then the number of shares subscribed, indicate 1. Amount subscribed, capital. AED 1000 slash. Signature of the subscriber. The signature is that of Mr. James Hatuikuripi. Then it was signed by the registered agent.
Okay. Your Lordship, the services for the email communication at page 123 and the attachments regarding the memorandum and articles of association from page 124 to 136 to be submitted as an exhibit.
Why
I think it's 27.
28?
28.
Why 28? Mine is why 28.
As it plays the court, Your Lordship. All right.
Up to which page?
It's until page 136.
Yes.
All right. At page 137, what is depicted on that page?
Page 137 is an email. Okay, this document is part of the Deloitte and Touch report. And the document was obtained from Iceland. And I think if the court may permit, I will indicate as requested maybe by tomorrow. We also provide as from which institution or from which source this document came from.
All right. Okay, then can you just inform us the contents of that document?
The content of the document is an email that came from John Otta Olafsson, dated 20 July 2016, to Egil Helgi Arnason, copied to Arna Brendis Badvins Mactrue. The subject is test.
No. Your Lordship, there's a request for that email to be provisionally submitted, as why I believe it should be 29.
Provisionally exhibit. Why 29?
As it plays a court. And what is depicted at the next page?
On next page, it is page 128. It's an email from Egil Arnason, dated 20 July 2016, to Egil Arnason, subject James Hatuikulipi, attachments James Hatuikulipi .bcf.
All right. And at page 110, okay, before we get there, do you recall the source of this particular document?
It also came from the Republic of Iceland.
Okay, we'll deal with it tomorrow. At page 139, what is depicted there?
Page 39, 139. The document is having consists of the contact details of James Hatuikulipi, Fishrot, with the preferred voice cell +264 811 28 9002, and the voice cell +277 32 06 07 60. The work internet gmo6@me.com.
All right.
Then version 3.0. Prod ID is an Apple Inc/Mac OS times 10.10.5//en. Then the name, family, Hatuikulipi. First, James. Formatted name, James Hatuikulipi. Organization, Fishrot. Electronic mail address, home preferred internet, petrus.aashongo@yahoo.com. Electronic mail address, work internet, gmo6@me.com. Telephone number, preferred voice cell, class 264 811.
All right. It's not necessary to read the telephone numbers. We can stop there. I just want to ask you something regarding what you've read to us. The electronic mail address of Petrus Ashongo at yahoo.com. From your investigations, has it been established who was using this email address?
It was established that that is one of the email address Mr. James Atuipulipi was using.
Okay. Your Lordship, there's a request for the email at page 138 and the attachment at 139 to be provisionally submitted as an exhibit.
Exhibit Y30?
As it plays the court. All right, at page 140, what is depicted there?
Page 140 is an email from Petrus Ashongo, sent on September 3, 2016, to John Otal Olafson, subject to Ndavala invoice 3, attachment invoices 0209 20016 Tundavala copy .pdf.
And the source of this document? From Iceland?
The source of documents is from Iceland.
Okay. Please proceed.
The email read as follows. Hi John, I trust all is good today. We are making good progress. We'll call you later. See attached invoice as requested. Please send confirmation. Regards, James.
And on the next page?
The next page is also an email. It was also received also from Iceland. This email is from Mr. Egil Arnason, dated January 23rd, 2017, to Petrus Ashongo. Subject, final invoice. And it reads, Dear James, for the 10,000 ton of Nangoma, we have paid as follows. We have paid this in USD. 21/7/16, 525,000 USD, US dollars. 22/9/16, 525,000 US dollars. In December, we paid 538,461.53 in two payments. Totally paid in US dollar is 1,588,461.53 US dollars. We have paid this in NAT, which is Namibian dollars, 27/10/2016, 4,025,000 Namibian dollars. On the 3rd/11/16, 4,025,000 Namibian dollars. Totally 8,050,000 Namibian dollars, VAT 1,050,000 is equal to 7 million. The total price for the quota is 28 million Namibian dollars. We have paid 7 million Namibian dollars. We have paid 21,861,923 according to the exchange rate of 13.7 in US dollar. Then we have a balance in our favor of 761,923 Namibian dollars. So therefore we don't understand the invoice received now. Best regards, Ejir. Then down is an email from Petrus Ashongo, sent on the 18th January 2017 to Egil Arnason. Subject, final invoice. As discussed, see attached the final invoice. Please advise when you have effected payment. Regards, Petrus.
Okay. Your Lordship, there's a request for the emails at page 140 and 141 to be provisionally submitted as exhibits.
Exhibit Y31?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes.
If you can take us to page 142, what is depicted there?
On page 142, it is indicated Kundavala vendor 14476 COCD 814. Then is written all invoices issued from Tundavala to Asia Seafood from beginning.
Okay, and what is the source of this document?
Okay, this document was attached to the statement of Ms. Adele Pay, which he gave to the Anti-Corruption Commission during the investigation.
All right. Just in respect of this particular document, what is the total payments that are depicted there?
The total depicted is an amount of 3,552,882.68 US dollars.
And can you just highlight to the court what is depicted from page 143 to page 150?
Page 143 is an invoice Tundavala Invest Limited, date 31 October 2014. Bill to invoice number Asia 002. Bill to Asia Seafood Limited. 15 Naflu Street, first floor, office 102, 3025 Limassol, Cyprus.
All right, and the source of this document?
The document was provided with the statement of Ms. Adele Pay.
Okay. And the description?
The description is consulting fees in the amount of 325,000 US dollars.
Okay. And the next page, page 144.
The next page is also an invoice, also outsourced from Ms. Adele Pay of Tundavala Invest Limited, dated 3 September 2014, invoice number Asia 001, bill to Asia Seafood Ltd, Naflio Street, 15 Naflio Street, first floor, office 103, 3025 Limassol, Cyprus. The description is advisory service, which is an amount of $150,000 US dollars. And payments is to be made to Tundavala Invest Limited account.
Oh. And what is the document at the next page and the source of that document?
It can be a bit worrying because we have a duty to also assist the court in getting the correct facts. If there is a monetary value that is reflected on a document, which says, for example, $1, yes, you look at page 144, with no reference whatsoever to a particular dollar of a particular country, and the witness embellishes that it's a dollar of a particular country, we can raise this under cross-examination when we impeach the witness or when we argue, but we also have the responsibility to try to make sure that only the best evidence is received by the court. I'm really worried because I've seen a pattern of a number of these things on various occasions. And I'm raising it because the sign that is reflected there, I don't think it says what the witness is saying, and he's reading it and...
What did he say?
He says US dollar. It's not US dollar.
On this one?
Yes, it's a dollar.
I only heard the previous one.
Yes,
I
but
didn't hear
the previous one was USD.
Yeah.
But this one is just a dollar. We don't know whether it's US dollar, Namibian dollar, Zimbabwe dollar, Patela country dollar. So let's try to, I know he's very keen to push his own version, and that may be understandable.
Yeah.
But if he can please try to be as conservative
No.
with...
You are correct.
As a precision
Let the
mode.
document, when it's being read into the record,
Yes.
reflect correctly what it says.
As a precision mode.
There, I agree with you. I just didn't pick it up.
As a precision mode.
Yeah, I was sleeping on duty. Yes.
As it please the court. Please proceed.
Okay, on page 145, it's a document that was submitted to Ms. Adele Pay with her statement. Payment overview receipts. Receipt from the bank for executed payments. Available payment details. The payer is from account 12500533437. Beneficiary.
Yeah, okay, before we go to beneficiary, who was the payer? What is the name of the payer?
Okay, the payer, the account name is Melmaria Seafood Limited.
Okay, and the beneficiary?
The beneficiary is account AE 93033 000 191 000 65169. And the account owner name Tundavala Invest Limited, with the address 805 Business Village B, OPP Clock Tower, PO Box 186870, Dubai, UAE, United Arab Emirates. Then payment details.
What, can you just inform us of the amounts so that you don't go through everything, just the amount that had to be paid?
The amount paid, it was an amount of $500,000 US.
All right, thank you. What is it, page 146?
146 is another invoice dated 1st January 2019. Invoice number NOAA 002. Bill to NOAA Pelagic Ltd. 15 Naflio Street, first floor, office 102, 3025 Limassol, Cyprus. The description is consulting fees, and the amount on the invoice is $23,000 US.
All right.
They already testified.
I think you mentioned the source of this document at the beginning.
Yes.
You already
Yes, I
mentioned it.
mentioned.
Yeah. I hear whispers, source. All right. The next page, 147.
Okay, the next one, 147, is also a document submitted by Ms. Adele Pay. Payment overview receipts. Payment from account 12500 533 437 with the payer as Memoria Seafood Limited.
Okay, and the beneficiary? Okay, continue. The account name,
Account
the account
name
owner.
is Memoria Seafood Limited. And there is also account owner NOAA Pelagic Limited. The beneficiary is account AE 93 033 333 00 191 1333 65169. And the name of the owner is Tundavara Invest Limited. And the amount paid was an amount of $23,000 US.
Okay. And on the next page, page 148.
Page 148 is an invoice of Tundavara Invest Limited, date 1st February 2019. Invoice number NOAA 003. Bill to NOAA Pelagic Ltd. The description is consulting fees, and the total payment is an amount of $23,000 US.
And page 149.
149 is a payment overview receipt, which indicates the payer is account 12500 522 437. Account name Memoria Seafood Limited. Account owner NOAA Pelagic Limited. And the beneficiary.
Okay, just give us the name, address of the beneficiary and the amount.
Okay, the beneficiary is Tundavara Invest Limited with the address 805 Business Village B, OPP Clock Tower, PO Box 186870 Dubai, UAE, United Arab Emirates. And the amount paid is an amount of $23,000 US.
All right. And what's it, page 150?
150 This is a document received from Ms. Adele Pay, which reflects payments from Katla Seafood Namibia Pty Ltd to James Hatuikulipi. Consists the dates, the abbreviation of Namibian dollars, and additional notes. On the date, we have the first date, which is the 8th of 11/2013, indicating an amount of 800,000 Namibian dollars, indicating 800,000.
Okay. Can you just inform us what is the total amount depicted on that page?
Okay, the total amount depicted is an amount of 1,300,000 Namibian dollars.
All right. And at page 151?
Page 151 is a notification of payment with the heading to whom it may concern. First National Bank hereby confirms that the following payment has been made. The date actions is the 8th of 11/2013.
And who was the payer?
The payer details have been given as Katla Seafood Namibia Pty Ltd.
And the amount?
And the amount is 800,000.
The payee?
The payee detail is a recipient name is James Hatuikulipi.
Oh.
The account of Bengwindu. And
All right, no, I think it's sufficient. What is the document at the next page, page 152?
the document on page 152 is an invoice starting with the name of James Hatuikulipi, Private Consultancy Services, PO Box 1063 Windhoek, dated 07/11/2013, Katla Seafood Namibia, Walvis Bay. Invoice IVC 002, page 1. Consultancy Services, Advisory and Strategy, 800,000. Total 800,000 Namibian dollars. Invoice total 800,000 Namibian dollars. Then with the banking details beneath, indicated as for James Hatuikulipi, Bengwindu Capricorn, account number CHK 800 34 38 136.
Okay. Through investigations, have you established whether Mr. James Hatuikulipi provided consultancy services to Katla Seafood?
The investigation revealed that he never provides such consultancy services.
No. And what's at page 153?
153 is a notification of payment with the payer details as Katla Seafood Namibia Pty Ltd. The amount 100,000. Recipient name James Hatuikulipi. Bank Standard Bank. And the payment was done through the channel of internet.
Okay. All right, just take us to the next page.
The next page is page 154. It's also a notification of payment. This document was provided by Ms. Adele Pay. Indicating the payment in the amount of 150,000 from Katwa Seafood Namibia Pty Ltd, paid on the 2nd of February 2014. The recipient of such payment is an account of Mr. James Atuikulipi with Standard Bank.
Oh, okay. Please proceed to the next page.
The next page 155 is also a notification of payment for the payment made on the 23rd of April 2014. Payment made from Katwa Seafood Namibia Pty Ltd in the amount of 100,000. Recipient of the payment is Mr. James Atuikulipi, account at Standard Bank.
All right, and the next page.
The next page is also a notification of payment provided by Ms. Adele Pay of payment made on the 22nd of May 2014. Payment made by Katwa Seafood Namibia Pty Ltd in the amount of 150,000. Recipient account is an account at Standard Bank, and the recipient name is Mr. James Atuikulipi. It's James Atuikulipi.
All right. From your investigations, this Tundavala, was it providing consultancy services as indicated in the invoices to the entities indicated in the invoices?
The entity did not provide any service. Yes, from the information provided during the course of the investigation.
Okay. And insofar as this case is concerned, in your evidence you testify about an amount of over 4 million that was paid to Tundavala.
That's correct.
Okay. Do you have all those invoices and to indicate that particular amount in your docket?
In the docket we have transaction records that we got from Norway, requested through the mutual legal assistance provided by Ms. Mayor.
Okay.
And they are filed on the original case file. On the case docket.
What does that mean? They are filed on the legal case file.
I said that they are filed on the case docket.
Okay.
What is a case? Let me just understand.
Yes.
They are filed on the case docket. What does that mean?
I said they are filed on the criminal case file, which contained the evidence of this case.
Maybe if you can explain what is the docket that you are referring to?
I'm referring to the case file or to the case docket of Nangoma.
Okay, and naturally, what will be contained in a docket?
Mr. Little bit, just want to understand. What is the use of referring me to something that's before me, not before me,
Yes.
which I'm not going to...
Your Lordship, we just want to highlight that this is the bail application, of course.
Yes.
We just provided some documents for the court, just as an illustration that this is the nature of the evidence. We don't want to provide all those documents before court
No.
because there'll be too many documents.
You see, what you have through the witness informed the court and led to the court is that there is an amount of 4.1 million still stuck in the United Arab Emirates. So now you're asking this witness whether the invoices or the documents that he has presented to court now reveals that 4.1 million. That's how I understood the question. And the answer is no. That information is somewhere else. That's why I'm asking, why do you refer me to information that I don't know whether it's accuracy? I don't know whether it really exists. What's a use?
Your Lordship, as the witness indicated, they are part of the docket.
Yeah.
For purposes of a bail application, the investigating officer is entitled to testify as to what they have in their possession, even if it is not presented before court.
Oh,
Yes, Your Lordship. So it just said...
there's authority for those propositions.
Yes, there is authority, Your Lordship.
Okay.
If need
Okay,
be,
no.
we
If
can provide
there
it
is, you
tomorrow.
argue, you refer me to the authorities, and then I'll...
Yes, if I can recall, one of those cases should be the Clegg matter, but it's not an issue. We can provide those to the court if we need to argue the matter, even...
Remember, it's not me. It's not
Yes.
my case.
Yes.
I cannot tell you what you must provide to me and what you must not provide to me.
Yes, Your
I
Lordship.
make decisions on what is before me.
Yes, Your Lordship.
That which is not before me, I disregard. That's all I want to tell you.
As it plays the court.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll refer to the relevant cases if
Yes.
we need to rely on any evidence that is not before the court,
Okay.
as it plays the court. Your Lordship, insofar as these documents are concerned, the said request for the document at page 142,
Page?
starting from 142,
Yes.
indicating the invoices issued from Tundabala to Escha Seafood to be marked as an exhibit.
Is it 142 or 141, Mr.?
It's 142. The one that I have on 141 should be the email, which you've already marked as Y31.
No, Y31 is on page 140.
140.
Yeah. That's the email from Petrus Ashango to John Otar Olafson.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Whilst on 141 is the email from Igel Arnason to Petrus Ashango.
Yes, Your Lordship. For these two emails, I requested for both of them to be marked
Oh, it's
as...
Y31.
Yes.
Okay, then one is Y31, the other one is exhibit Y31 Roman 1.
as it plays the court.
Okay. All right. And then from 142, it's exhibit Y32 Roman 1 starts on the next page until then.
Until page 156.
Yeah.
Your Lordship, we don't want to be prejudiced in this case. I know he's referred to evidence which is not before court that is contained in the docket. If need be, we can provide copies of the judgment for the court regarding the witnesses who are investigating officers who can testify on evidence in their possession. Would that...
No, you can argue it. I haven't made a decision yet. I was just indicating my... You
Your
see,
stance, yes.
Yeah, my approach to things. If my approach is not in accordance with the law, you have the right to persuade me that the law is this way and follow the law. And I'm always open to persuasion.
As it pleases
Always
Your
open to
Lordship.
persuasion.
We will
I
do so
never
at,
come with a close mind.
yes, Your Lordship. I will do so then at the appropriate time.
Yes,
Thank you, Your Lordship.
yes.
Okay, if we move on to page 157 of that document, what is contained from page 157? Okay. I noticed they are not marked at the top, but at the bottom is from page 253. There's an indication of 298 on the last page. Do you have those documents before you?
Yes, I do have the document.
What is that document?
This document is part of the report from Deloitte and Touch that they have submitted to the ECC on their investigation.
Okay. And at the first page, page 157, what is indicated there?
What is indicated is payment from Nangoma Pesca Namibia Pty Ltd to Greygard Investments CC. And
Okay. Is there an indication of the total amount that was paid to Greygard Investment CC?
there is an indication in the total amount of 2,317,000 Namibian dollars.
All right. I just want to know now, this money that was paid from Namgoma to Greygard Investment CC, what happened to the money?
This money was distributed further from Nangoma or from Greygard to other entities in which the accused persons are having interest, and some to individual accused in the matter.
All right. Is there a summary of those payments? You can turn over to the next page.
Okay, the summary is on page 158, table 195.
And what is the title of that table?
The title saying Summary of Identified Payments to Persons or Parties of Interest Linked to Payments from the Sameri Group / Nangomal Pesca Namibia Pty Ltd to or via Greygard Investment CC.
Okay. Can you just give us a breakdown of how those funds were paid? And who, if there are any entities, who has an interest in those entities?
Okay, the line number 02 indicates Mr. G.N. Hatuikulipi received 600,000 Namibian dollars. Number 03 Omolo Trust received 400,000 Namibian dollars. And Omolo Trust is the trust in which Mr. Saki Shangala is a trustee. And in line 01 is the remaining balance on the account of Greygard Investment CC after these two payments were made out.
All right. Were there any other payments apart payments made to Greygard?
These payments in table 196 payments from Nangomal Pesca Namibia to Otafika Logistic to Otafika Investment CC. We show that on the 31st October 2016, Otafika Investment CC received an amount of 2,250,000 Namibian dollars, and the description was given as Otafika Logistics.
And who has an interest in that entity?
The person with interest in this entity is Mr. Pius Matelulo, since he is sole member owner of this company.
All right. Any other payments?
There are payments on page 159 under table 197, of which the payments was made from Nangomal Pesca Namibia Pty Ltd to Otafika Logistic CC.
What was the total amount paid?
The total amount paid was an amount of 12,150,000 Namibian dollars.
And who has an interest in this CC?
The accused with interest in this CC is Mr. Pius Matelulo.
Okay. All right. Is there a summary of how these funds received by Otafika Logistics CC were paid out, if they were paid out?
There is a summary on table 198, which is on page 258.
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
Okay.
Which indicate in line 2, 02, that Gregat Investment CC, the company of Mr. James Hatuikulipi, received an amount of 550,000 Namibian dollars.
Where are you?
Page,
Line 02.
page 258 at the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Table 198, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Line 03, Irongo Clearing and Forwarding CC. This is a company owned by Mr. Thompson Hatuikulipi. It received an amount of 500,000 Namibian dollars. Then in line 04, GTH Trading CC, an entity of Mr. Thompson Hatuikulipi, received an amount of 1,200,000 Namibian dollars. And in line number 05, Kambadara Trust is a trust in which Mr. James Hatuikulipi and Mr. Sagi Shangala are having interest, as well as Mr. Thompson Hatuikulipi, indicating receiving an amount of 2,400,000 Namibian dollars, with the remaining balance in the account of Otafika Logistics CC amounts to 9,750,000 Namibian dollars.
All right. And the payments, just the next, can you just read the first paragraph?
Mr. I just want to be a little bit clear. Just clarity. On page 159, That's on the top. 255 at the bottom. $255 at the bottom. 159 at the top. The one in script with pen. Do you have it?
Yes, Your Lordship, we are there.
It's table 197. It's payments from Namgoma Pty Limited to Otwafika Logistics CC.
Yes, Your Lordship.
It gives us a total of 12,150,000. Now, on page 258, it doesn't have an inscription on top. It's also a table 198. The other one is table 197. Yeah? The summary of identified payments to persons and parties of interest links to payments from the Samheri Group now to via Otwafika. But this one doesn't give us dates. Now, is this 14 million in addition to the 12 million, or is it part of the 12 million?
It's just part of it. This is part of the 12 million, Your Lordship. I think then we would have to go through the rest of the report for that to be highlighted as well.
Is it because on one the dates are given, on the other one the dates are now? And if it was 12 million, how do the payments
14.
that have gone out become 14 million?
Yes.
I just want to have
yes,
an understanding
no.
of what's going on.
Yes, no, I get the court. Your Lordship, then that would require us to go through, because in between there are pages which give an explanation of how the amounts were paid. I think that will require us to go through that as well. The paragraphs are also depicted there, indicating how these amounts were paid. What we can do, Your Lordship, perhaps just to save time, we want to move things forward. We can come back to this tomorrow so that the witness can just highlight those paragraphs where these amounts are dealt with.
I just want clarity. I don't
Yes.
want to take things for granted. When I sit alone and work,
Yes.
I don't want to regret why I never ask questions.
Certainly, Your Lordship, it's a relevant point.
Yes.
Yes, as I indicated, he will just highlight where these amounts are, just to reflect why it's a total of 14 million.
My Lord, maybe I can just explain a little bit.
Yeah. It's your duty to
I
explain.
read through the report,
Yes.
specifically to these payments. And in the report, the auditors indicate that when this money was paid in, there were also money came in from other sources. And that is what led to the balance to come to 14 million in that account.
Now,
There
you
was
have,
also money
you
coming
have
from-
you have a duty to, that's what I'm saying, you have a duty. If you have that information, provide it to court in chronological and understandable fashion so that at least we understand what is going on and not be left to guess.
Yes, my Lord.
Your Lordship, I think that is explained in paragraph 10.59. But as I indicated, just to make things easier, I'd prefer for the witness just to highlight everything.
Yes.
I don't want to be testifying in
Exactly.
court. So,
Let him explain
Yes.
exactly what is going on.
yes, Your Lordship. But paragraph 10.59, there is an explanation there of the additional amount. But as I indicated, I think it will be easier if we continue with this tomorrow. Let him read everything and then explain it for the court tomorrow.
Just to explains what Africa CC and Africa business.
Yeah. All right. Perhaps just for purposes of these proceedings for now, can you just read paragraph 10.59 at page 257 into the record?
Paragraph 10.59, it reads as follows. The net remaining payments from Nangomal Pesca Namibia Pty Ltd to Otwafika Logistics CC, including the 2,250,000 payments, Namibian dollars payment via Otwafika Investment CC, is 9,750,000 in brackets 12,150,000 Namibian dollars plus 2,250,000 less 550,000 Namibian dollars less 1,700,000 Namibian dollars less 2,400,000 Namibian dollars. We summarize in the table below the identified payment to persons or parties of interest, including Otafika Logistics CC, linked to payments from the Sameri Group to Nangomal Pesca Namibia Pty Ltd, and then to Olvia Otafika Logistics CC, as discussed above.
Okay, I think we'll
Actually,
come back.
this confused and even complicates more than it clarifies.
Yes,
Because there's a mention of 2.2 million, which is not in table 198 or 197. There's a 1.7 million also not reflected. It actually confuses me more than it enlightens me.
For the benefit of the court, I think as indicated, the court will note that there are some pages between these
No,
transactions.
the best then is just for that witness to take us through
Yes.
what has happened, and so that I understand. That's all.
As it plays the court, Your Lordship. Is it 4 o'clock? Mr. Kanyangela, have you had time to highlight the transactions in between the pages?
I have some which I just highlighted.
Okay. Because all the transactions need to be highlighted in order for us to get a full picture of the additional amount depicted.
Then I need to read it and highlight.
Okay. Your Lordship, I think this will also be the appropriate time to adjourn, to give the witness time as well, just to come and explain it better to the court tomorrow and highlight the essential parts of it as it plays the court.
Mr. Kotela?
Yes, this is my lord, that's
All right, court will then adjourn until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.